Hey there, this is Voice of the Journey. What is discipline for me? How do I manage to do the things I need to do without always wanting to do them? I often made up excuses to avoid doing what I needed to do, which damaged my self perception. And it was not until I heard a particular analogy that things began to change. Imagine a friend invites you for lunch and you don't show up, and then he invites you one more time and you still don't show up. And then he invites you a third time and you don't show up again. Eventually, he'll stop inviting you because you've let him down too many times. And so I figured that I don't want to be that friend to myself. And I used to promise myself I'd do many things only to end up not showing up for myself. And this eroded my self trust because I would come up with whatever excuse suited the situation, and not trusting myself was a significant problem. And it hit hard because I let myself down so often. For example, I planned to prepare for a test a month in advance, but would procrastinate, thinking I'll start tomorrow. I still have a month, whatever. And inevitably, I'd find myself a couple of days before the test having done nothing. And this pattern extended to small things like promising to eat better or wake up early but failing to follow through. And the point is that I would find excuses not to keep my promises, no matter how big or small. And so letting myself down so often made it hard to take my word seriously. And that's why I've improved a lot over the last few months, but it's still challenging because I got so used to letting myself down for so many years. Now, whenever I consider not doing something I need to do, I immediately question why. Or do I think that I don't know how to do it and hope that by not doing it, I'll find the answer? It's nonsense. And the more I delay starting something, the more energy it takes to begin. So I just start. I try not to give my brain time to come up with excuses, which, for instance, includes not snoozing my alarm. Every time it goes off, I get up immediately because I know I regret snoozing. And this might seem simple, but it used to be a struggle for me. Now I feel good because there are fewer times I feel disappointed for not taking action. And by avoiding excuses and just doing what's required without overthinking, I avoid damaging my future self who would feel more overwhelmed and stressed due to some silly excuse I made. I've also applied this to my relationships, which has made me happier. Being honest about how I want to spend my time means I don't let myself or others down. I'd rather be upfront and say what I want or don't want, making it easier for everyone, I think. And this honesty means I don't make up excuses to avoid uncomfortable moments. Not anymore. Protecting both my word and relationships. For instance, if I don't want to do something, I try to say no immediately because this prevents me from making excuses that no one believes and ensures I don't let others down. Being honest from the start protects my sanity and strengthens my relationships because the best part is that people know that when I say yes, I genuinely mean it. In the past, I used to agree to things out of obligation, only to regret it later. I'd spend days dreading the favor or activity, doing it poorly, and feeling awful afterward. This wasted my time and energy, disrupting my routine and mental state. And after so many years of trying to please everyone but myself, I realized I needed to rebuild my self-trust. It was one of the hardest things to do because I didn't know how to respect my time or make myself a priority. I learned that by not promising what I couldn't or didn't want to do, I wouldn't let people down. Even if someone doesn't take my honesty well initially, they'll eventually understand. And if they don't, that's okay. Protecting my sanity is crucial because without it, I can't enjoy anything. I love living my life the way I want, saying yes to what matters to me. And I want to be the friend I wish I had. Someone who can be trusted, who sets boundaries, who helps genuinely, and says no when necessary. Because this protects both my sanity and that of others. And I've mentioned this before, but therapy taught me not to take things personally. When someone says no, it's often for reasons unrelated to me. And respecting others' time and boundaries is crucial. So my goal is to become that trustworthy friend by keeping my promises to myself and others. This commitment to my word has significantly improved my discipline, and I'm getting used to doing what's required, even when I don't want to. And it is still hard, but I'm proud that I've shortened the time it takes to make decisions, which helps me stay on track and build momentum. And I wanted to mention that my fitness journey reflects this commitment because it took me over a decade of letting myself down, expecting different results from the same actions. By not taking action earlier, I learned the hard way that saying yes to what doesn't matter takes me further from what does. And now, after almost 3 years of consistent effort, it finally clicked. And even though I started working out back in 2021, it was not until this year that I got the results I've been waiting for since 2013. I am proud of myself because I have learned to prioritize my well-being, which has made me a better version of myself for others. And let me be honest, feeling and looking good on the outside helps me do good for others. Loving myself first has made a significant difference. And to answer the question that I asked myself this morning, discipline to me is sticking to a plan without needing immediate results. It's about doing what's required without reward, knowing it will eventually pay off. Even on tough days, I push through because, for instance, I never regret working out, but I do regret oversleeping. This is the definition of discipline that I connect with the most from Cambridge Dictionary. The ability to carefully control how you work, live, or behave to achieve a goal, which means that no matter the external factors around me, those that I can't control, I'll manage and find a way to do the thing that matters to me to achieve my goals. Yo soy Bruno, and I'll see you in the next one.